Good morning, dear ones, Facebook. Hey, hopping on here today to chat about my favorite thing ever, authenticity. Talked about this a lot already, but realized, I have this retreat coming up here in less than 2 months now, and the title of the retreat is Fearlessly Authentic. And I know what fearlessly authentic means to me. It might mean something different to other people. I just thought I would come out here and share my take on being fearlessly authentic and what it means to me. And kind of when I talk about that for my retreat, what I'm talking about as well. So to me, authenticity is being real. That's another way of saying it. I think authentic is thrown around a lot. And to me, it always kind of means the same thing. But I know some people have kind of a negative take or feeling behind the word. So if that triggers you, then use real. But it's really you. It's your true, most authentic person. You at the center of you, beyond all of your stories, beyond all of your attachments, your soul, whatever it is that you want to call that. Sometimes I call it the watcher watching me, but it's that person or that being that is you, this multidimensional being, as one of my friends likes to say, that's here tethered to a meat suit, that came in here hot, this badass soul that came in here hot, that has stuff that it's working through, karma, conditioning, also came in with very unique gifts to share with the world. We're all different. So it's really funny that we all try and be the same, right? Which is the opposite of being authentic. So that's the first thing I want to say. The other part of that, talking about, how society kind of wants to put us in these boxes. There's a lot of shame around being different sometimes, a lot of shame around not following the rules or being in the box. I say fuck the boxes. Pardon my French. You guys know that I feel this way. But really what I want to say about that is when you step into your authenticity, you give up the shame around what other people think or feel about you. Most of the time we're projecting and reflecting that onto other people anyways. So could you let that go? Have you let that go? How much of what other people think about you still affects you? I was talking to a friend / client yesterday. We were talking about depression and anxiety and panic and all of these things that, you guys, it runs rampant in our society. Most people, especially, if you haven't started the process of bringing conscious awareness to your world, are living in this world of pharmaceuticals, antidepressants, recreational drugs, some sort of numbing thing, because we are hiding. We're hiding from everyone in our world, and we're hiding from ourselves. So can you stop hiding from yourself? Can you really look at who you truly are? Can you really, truly sit with your pain? Could you admit to someone in your world, hey, I've got anxiety issues, or I'm depressed, instead of us all acting like everything's fine when we're all struggling on our own? And what if we were there to help, love, and support one another? Sorry, a little soapboxy on that topic, but that's the first thing. So letting go of this idea of giving a fuck what other people think about you. Let's see, I took notes because I started to journal about this morning, and I was like, oh my God, I have so much I have to say about this, obviously being one of my favorite topics. The other thing is once you start to tap into your authenticity, once you start to fall in love with you, it's about really standing in your truth. It's about thinking for yourself. And it's about speaking that truth and speaking for yourself. Speaking even if it means that it might ruffle some feathers. It's about being okay with being a little bit uncomfortable to not just fit in with the status quo. because being authentic is not really about being in the status quo. So that is another part of this as well. Always putting ourselves first. So I know there are a lot of narcissists in the world. This is not what I'm talking about here. Self-love first, always first. You have to fill yourself up first, always. If you're not going to do it, nobody else is going to do it. I know I said that on my live yesterday. Do you put yourself first? Do you stand up for yourself? I'm trying to teach my kids this right now. It's really interesting to watch. It's like, where do they get this from? Because it's not for me, right? So it's really deep ingrained in society. But for whatever reason, we've kind of learned to put ourselves down, or to put everybody else in our world ahead of ourselves, to always be thinking of them instead of ourselves. You know what? We would have so much more space and time and energy to do things for one another if we did this for ourselves first. So when was the last time you put yourself first? It's a good reminder, good question. Speaking our truth. This is one of my favorite things. This goes back to not giving a crap what other people think about you. You can't really speak your truth if you are going to be worried about what other people are going to think about what you're saying. So when was the last time you spoke your truth? Is there something that you want to say so badly that you haven't? I am an energy healer, and when I work on people, I feel into what's going on with them. Before I get started, it is rare that I don't feel some sort of stuckness at the throat chakra. Everyone has something stuck there, or lots of things. That was actually my work, and still continues to be my work. It's funny, the universe keeps bringing me opportunities to do this. But I had no voice, you guys. When I was at the end of my marriage, I kept losing my voice, because I had this strong desire to be heard, and yet I couldn't even speak it. I wasn't being heard, and I wasn't speaking my truth. So it's a vicious cycle. That is still one of my biggest triggers, is not being heard. So bring your awareness to that. If you have any kind of voice problems, or feel like you've got a knot stuck in your throat, or you just know when you're not speaking your truth, you know when you're not saying it. And this is not necessarily negative things. This can also be sharing and expressing love to somebody. I recently did that without any expectations of hearing it in return. It was scary. It's a super vulnerable thing, and it was wonderfully freeing at the same time, because it didn't matter. It didn't matter how it was reciprocated. It was that I was standing in my truth by speaking it. Kind of back to the same thing I just mentioned, but showing up for yourself first. Making all of our decisions with our best interest in mind. So, do you always put other people ahead of yourself? Are you helping meet other people's needs, and maybe they're not meeting yours, or you're not even asking? So vicious cycle, goes back to that speaking of truth, but just bringing your awareness to if you are meeting your needs first, it should always be this idea of you do you, and I'll do me, and then there's going to be space and freedom and time for everything else to fill in. But if you don't do it that way, you end up being tapped out. You end up getting angry, being a martyr in a way, because you're pissed because you didn't do the things you needed to do to meet your own needs first. And then all of this will help keep you in alignment. So when I talk about alignment, or I talk about the flow, it's where everything in life comes with ease and grace. You aren't struggling or butting your head against everything you're trying to do. It comes to you in a way where it feels like the universe is like, here you go, you're welcome. I've experienced this a lot. The more I get in alignment with myself, the more that I come from an authentic place, the more I speak my truth and do me first. I see this happen all the time. I follow the flow. The stuff that comes in just blows my mind, because I'm also co-creating with the universe. I know I am worthy of what I'm asking for. So it's about putting that vibrational frequency out there about having that same worthiness that you want to attract to you. The more you know yourself, the better you know yourself, the more that happens with ease, the more in alignment that you become. And then finally, seeing and honoring our uniqueness and getting in touch with our gifts and sharing them. So this goes back to the whole first thing about society and fitting in boxes. And the whole point here is this: you aren't supposed to be like anybody else. We are all supposed to be different. We all came here with our own unique gifts to share with the world. And so it's remembering that. I remember when I started this process, and I can never figure out what comes first, but I kept falling in love with myself, and I kept seeing the authentic parts of myself as mind-blowingly amazing, which made me love myself more, which helped me express my authenticity. So it's this cycle of just beauty over and over and over again, of loving and appreciating that. And I'm really stepping into that. That's back to that alignment piece. So I get to share my gifts every day with the world. I'm sharing them right now in this moment with you, speaking my truth from an authentic place, this place, what I know I'm here to do, heal the world. So I just want the same for you. I really do. The reason I'm talking about this today, I've got a retreat coming up at the end of February. This is what we're up to. This is what we're going to be working on. Not all the time. We're going to do a lot of yoga and movement, sound healing, meditation, eating good food, great community connection, all the things, and loving and supporting one another in this journey back to being fearlessly authentic, shifting our lives. So this might sound hard, but what I want to say about this is most of the people that I talk to are in pain. They're in an unconscious pain. They're stuck, or it's the pain that they know, so it's easier. And if you're feeling ready to step out of that pain and to step into your truth and your power, knowing that it's hard work and worth it, this retreat's for you. And if not the retreat, maybe working with me individually. I do see clients. This is what I work on a lot with people. Regardless, if this is resonating with you and you would just like to chat further about it, please reach out. I'd also love to hear anybody else's take on what fearlessly authentic means to them. So if you want to comment here or private message me, feel free. But I'd love to hear from you either way. Anyways, wishing you all a wonderful Wednesday. I'm off to teach my Yospring class now. Going to go do some fun yoga bowspring combination. And until I talk to you again, just sending you all so much love and light, hoping that you're tapping into that authenticity. And I will talk to you soon.